Okay, we're back. Game 6. Dodgers versus the White Sox. The pressure is on us here to win so that we don't have to go to a Game 7. Giolito shut us down in game number 5, eliminating us to only 2 hits, a double by Mountcastle and a single by Brujan. Other than that, absolutely nothing. Nothing. So we're back in LA. We're back in the NL. Pitchers are hitting, baby. And let's see who we're going to be playing against here. I think it's Crochet. I don't know. It's so inaccurate, it seems like, up there in the previews that I have to go into play game to find out. Yeah, okay. So Crochet, we're going up against him. He had I believe, a decent start against us last time. 5 2/3, 2 runs given up, 3 Ks. Yeah, not a terrible start, not a great start either. But he's had a good year for the White Sox. Has gone 12-9, struck out 193 in 169 innings. A little bit high on the home runs per 9, a little bit high on the walks per 9, but he can strike people out. So, like I mentioned before, we're supposed to throw Tanner Houck, and not by before I mean our last video. But I really kind of want to use a strategy that we used in Game 7 against the Cardinals. This may, if this goes to a Game 7, this might mean very bad things for us. But I believe in order to get the most out of Tanner Houck, we have to sandwich him in. So I'm going to start Graterol, even though he's no longer quote-unquote on fire. But I'm going to start Graterol. And then we're going to go to Devin Williams. And then potentially DeGus, potentially Canley. And then we're going to get to Houck. That worked best for him because if you look in our last game he played, or last game there, 2-0 in the 3-2 win, he pitched 2 innings, only up 2 hits, one of which was a home run. Struck out 2. It's like a decent outing for him, but that was in the middle of the game. He started, I forget which game this was, maybe game 3. 3 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, gave up a home run again. So we don't want to give up a home run right out of the gate, which is what him and Gray seem to do at times. So we're going to play this. We're going to start Graterol, and we're going to go from there. So let's go to the lineups here. I'm going to move Kalenic up. We have a lefty here. I just realized that. So we're going to bring Pache up again. We're going to use the same lineup that worked for us before. Jimenez at 6. Ruiz at 7. Gorman at 8. Yeah, this is good for us here. And then to start, like I said, if we go to Game 7, this might hurt us. But Tanner Brunson Graterol, he's apparently tired. Let's see, Devin Williams. He's tired? What? We're going to go with Graterol. Forget it. Forget about it. We're going to do it. It worked for us before. We had a good outcome. Going to try it again. And the benefit about doing this in an NL city is that by the time he comes up to bat, we'll probably be ready to pinch hit for him. So, all right, we bat second. Game 6, we can win it on our home field, which would be a great, great, great feeling. Graterol's first pitch is going to be a single into left field, okay? This doesn't necessarily make me feel that great. Full count. Stop it. Oh, my. Okay. 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 Relax. Relax. We just can never grab that lead first, can we? Okay, we got this. We can do this. 2 runs is nothing. All right. Graterol 0-1 pitch. Okay, so we settled down in the second, but that 2-run home run hurts in the first inning. All right, but it's probably time to. Should we straddling the fence never works well. We'll go to Devin Williams. The game is not lost. 2 runs does not mean the game is lost. Full count. Clinic works a full count. That's going to be a little single into left center. Okay. We're not going to straddle the fence. We're going to commit to this. Ryan Mountcastle now up. The first pitch he sees is going to be a double play. Now Jimenez up, works a 2-2 count, and flies out to center. Okay, Graterol, can you get through one more? Can you do it? Get through one more inning for us? Would be clutch if he could. Anderson, who's just come alive these last few games. Jimenez is going to fly out. Did we get Anderson at second? Yes, we did. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. We're going to go with Austin Hayes pinch hitting for Graterol early in the game. Keybert, let's go, Keybert. Damn. 1-1 pitch to Gorman. Ooh, he smashed that. Oh, hopefully that breaks him out of his slump. First home run of the postseason, 395 feet. The lead is to 1 with our clutch man, Austin Hayes, up to bat. First pitch he sees is going to be a single into right field. All right. 1 out, a runner on first with Vidal Brujan up to bat. 1-2 pitch. Can he beat it out for the infield single? He does not, but gets a fielder's choice. There's no double play on the table. Let's get Williams back up. He's ready. Okay, great. Pache, who smashed a home run against the lefty in a previous game. It's a 2-0 count, and that's not a home run. Okay. So now, Devin Williams, you're coming in. A 1 pitch. We're going to limit this team. We're going to come back. It's not a great start. Yasmani Grandal up. You got to be fucking me. Strike out number 1. Fly out. All right. Now 2 outs. Jose Abreu, full count. Swing and a miss. Whew, got out of that jam. All right, Devin. Way to get out of that jam. Arozarena now up. Full count. Strike 3. Kalenic, 2-1 count. Oh, that's going to the wall. That's a double. Come on, let's go, Kalenic. At least a double. And he's going to stay at second. All right, 1 out. Runner at second. Mountcastle now up to bat. 0-1 pitch. Fucking foul out to the catcher. Are you kidding me? Like the most useless thing that could happen there just happened. Jimenez, 2-1 pitch. And the threat is over. The White Sox still lead by 1. Would like Williams to get through another inning. That would be ideal if he can do that. That would be best, because then we could pinch hit for him instead of, wasting a pitcher. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3. Nick Madrigal now up. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. Tim Anderson, who's on fire, works a full count. Jimenez with the long throw gets Anderson at first base. Huge inning there for Devin Williams. Okay, now Kiebert's up. First pitch he sees. Going to line out to center. Nolan Gorman now up to bat. 1-0 pitch. We got to get this guy out of the game. Okay. DeGus, you're up. We're going to go Jacob Amaya here. One, 2 pitch to Amaya. He lines out to short. Inning over. All right, DeGus, come in and pick up where you left off. One 0 pitch to Jimenez. Fly out to center. High pop-up. That was a high-ass pop-up. Luis Robert, 0-2 pitch. Damn. Single into left. Grandal, 0-1 pitch. Going to send him to second. Can we get him? Nope. Safe. Full count to Grandal. It's going to ground out to second base. Runner on third, 2 outs now. With Franmil Reyes facing an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. The lead stays at 1 going into the bottom of the 6th. Vidal Brujan, who is now ice cold apparently, works a 2-1 count. And he's going to fly out to right field. Pache is now up, 1-0 count. He's going to hit that to the wall. That's 2 bases, at least. He slides in for a double. Pache, 1 out, runner on second. With a Rosarena up, and then Kalenic following. 1-0 pitch to Rosarena. A single up the middle. Is that going to score Pache? It is, and the game is now tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th. And now a Rosarena on first with Kalenic up to bat. 1-2 pitch to Kalenic. Swing and a miss. Now Mountcastle's up. 0-1 pitch. He's going to hit that one deep. Could that score a Rosarena from first? It's going to. And now the Dodgers have a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jimenez now up. I feel like I need to get someone up here. Get Canley up. Things have changed now. Game plan has changed. 2-0 pitch to Jimenez. He's not going to be able to knock in Mountcastle from second. but the Dodgers take the lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, or I should say top of the 7th inning we're in. So DeGus is still in the game with Canley warming up, and Moncado goes down looking. Jose Abreu now up, faces a 2-2 count, and he's going to single into center field. Jake Berger now pinch hitting, works a full count. Swing and a miss, he goes down. And now Anthony Santander is pinch hitting for Nick Madrigal. Wow. Okay. Let's see how he feels here. Still got some juice. We're going to bring in Canley. DeGus, you did great. You did great. Canley, 1-0 pitch. Oh, we fucking hit him. Tim Anderson now up, 0-1 pitch. He's going to fly out to Mountcastle at first base, and the inning is over. Okay. Do we let Canley hit? I feel like we might. Depends on how this inning goes. 1-0 pitch to, I believe, is Ruiz. Yep. And he's going to ground out to short. Nolan Gorman now up. Full count. And he's going to ground out into the shift. Okay, now if this were 1 out, a runner on second, or 2 outs, a runner, I may pinch hit for Canley, but right now I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him hit. He's going to fly out to left. They were playing him shallow, and man, he forced them back. All right, so we have a righty switch right. So we have righties coming up. I'm going to get Clase. Going to get Colomé up. 0-2 pitch. The Dodgers are 5 outs away from the World Series. Robert up, 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 4 outs away from the World Series. Grandal up to bat. 2-2 pitch. 3 outs away from the World Series. We're going to sit down Clase and Colomé. Let's add some insurance here. Brujan up first. 2-0 pitch. And he's not going to be able to sneak that through the infield. 1 down. Pache now up. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Randy Arozarena could be the hero of the game. RBI, and then he scored from first on a double. He doubles again down the left field line. Huge Game 6 for Randy Arozarena. Jared Kelenic now up. 2-2 pitch. Oh! And Kelenic sends it over the fence. The fans are losing their mind. The score is now 5-2. The Dodgers are up 3 runs going to the 9th inning. Oh, the fans are going wild. Mountcastle adds another single. There still might be more. Cody Hewer comes in. Jimenez now at the plate. He's going to ground out to end the 8th inning. The White Sox have 3 outs to score 3 runs. Oh, man. We commit. Well, it's not over yet. But my, oh, my. How does Canley feel here? I'm still feeling good. We're going to bring in. Class A. Oh, my. Oh, my. 5-3. What a home run by Jared Kelenic. His 5th of the postseason. Just put some insurance runs on the board. Where it was a 1-run game before, it's now a 3-run game for 3-run deficit for the White Sox to battle back in the top of the ninth. Clase here to close it out and get the save. 0-2 pitch. Clase to Franmil Reyes. Gets looking at strike one. The Dodgers are 2 outs away. Yon Moncado. Full count. Works a full count. Takes a walk. Jose Abreu now up. 2-2 pitch. He swings and misses. The Dodgers are an out away from winning the 2022 World Series. A year after trading the entire starting active roster before the beginning of the season. Won 111 games in the regular season. And 1 out away from winning the World Series. 2-2 pitch. Grounder to Jimenez. Jimenez over for. We did it! We won! We did it! We built a World Series champion. Yes! Yes! Suck it, Cardinals. Suck it, Andrew Friedman. Who else can we tell to suck it? Cardinals, Friedman. Great American Ballpark, suck it. Bob Nutting, suck it. Don't know who else. Unbelievable. It took us, 2 years to win a World Series after we traded Andrew Friedman's entire lineup? We have reached the mountaintop. Kelenic 3 for 4 this game with a monster home run in the 8th. Arozarena, he had a double in the 8th inning, and then he scored to tie the game. And then he scored from first on a double by, I'm not sure who hit it. I can't remember how that sequence went. By Mountcastle, I believe. Whatever. I don't remember the sequence. But Arozarena had a big fucking game. Whew. Crochet was cruising there for a little while. Graterol. Besides that home run, he was pretty good. That home run sunk his game score, though. But we didn't use... Our bullpen was so dominant to win this game in Game 6, we didn't use a single starting pitcher. We just used the stud arms we have in our bullpen, which is wild to think about. I can't believe it. Jared Kelenic, player of the game, 54,000 people in attendance. We have done it. 2022 World Series champs against the Chicago White Sox. What a run. Let's go in here real quick. Team history. History index. Here's the team. Here is the team. Can we sort by WAR? Yep. Kelenic, Pache, Hayes, Jimenez, Kiebert, Arozarena, Mountcastle, Jones, Brujan. Incredible season. And a lot of these guys aren't going anywhere either. They're going to be back. I don't think any of these guys are really going anywhere. Pitching-wise, stud performances. Absolute stud performances. Brudsid Graterol. Okay, so through this sim, can't believe we won. I'm so pumped right now. Let's see if we can do it again. And we'll stop the series when we win 2. Or it goes on long enough. Man. If I had to give a season MVP... Okay, so I'm going to split this up in 2 separate things. If I had to split it from, like, the sim... If I had to give an MVP based on, like, the simulation, who I think, had the best stats, etc., I think from a batting perspective, that's Jared Kelenic pretty easily. 7.1 WAR, 33 home runs, 103 RBI, 192 hits, 32 doubles, over 100 runs. Like, a very good year for him. In pitching-wise, I would say it would be Josiah Gray, I think. Yeah, I mean, 15-3. How can it not be? I was thinking maybe Woods Richardson, but I think that Gray was a little bit more dominant in terms of keeping runs off the board. Yeah, I mean, he struck out 169 players. He allowed 27 walks. That's an incredible ratio. Incredible ratio. Now, if I had to pick an MVP based on the games I played, who was the most important? I would say, from a batting perspective, I mean, Kelenic is certainly up there. Certainly up there. I would give an honorable mention to, I think, Vidal Brujan. He would get an honorable mention there. Especially the start of the playoffs. But Hayes, I was gonna go with Randy Arozarena would be my MVP from the games I played. I'm gonna stick with that, but Austin Hayes is like so close to beating that out, and that's so funny for a 4th outfielder. But every time he was in, he hit. He fucking hit so well. He only played 126 games. He had half the at-bats that Andre Jimenez did, half the at-bats that Christian Pache did, and he had almost as much WAR as them. Almost a 900 OPS. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm kind of like talking myself into it. But just he is a prime example. 23 home runs, and half the at bats of like Mountcastle. He had more home runs than him. In fact, he had the second most home runs on the team, and he played half the amount of time that everyone else did. Only started 77 games. I'm like talking myself into him. But the games that I've played, I would say it was Arozarena. When I think of him, I just think of a couple big catches he had, and just the timely hits from him. Like, Kelenic had a lot of hits when we played, but I didn't feel like necessarily they were all timely. I feel like Arozarena's all were. Excited next year to see the progress that Riley Green makes, and he's going to make it tough for Arozarena to keep that job, I'll tell you that. I mean, we have by far, going into next year, the best outfield in the majors, and I don't even have to look at any other teams. Arozarena, Kelenic, Pache, Hayes, Green. I don't know how anyone's going to be able to compete with that. We're going to add Austin Martin to the mix there, too. So that's my hit. Now, if I had to pick someone from a pitching perspective who was my MVP that we played, I think without a doubt it would be Brudser Graterol. I mean, just that Game 7 against the Cardinals, these two games would earn him that title. The Game 7 against the Cardinals, that he came out and pitched 3 innings of like flawless baseball. And then the game 6 against the White Sox, even though he gave up a 2-run home run, he settled down and still pitched well. And then then all the other saves that he had in big innings that he pitched, coming in the 6th or 7th inning, sometimes in the playoffs, not a usual like save situation. I mean, just that alone. When I played with him, I felt like he was I felt like at any given time, he was the best pitcher in our rotation, or that I could use, and it wasn't even close. Like with some of the starters, like Houck or Gray, worried about, is he going to give up a long ball, whatever, etc. I was like never worried about that with Graterol. So maybe even though his stamina is so bad or so limited, maybe we do think about put him in the starting lineup. But we won that World Series without arguably our 2 best pitchers, Tariq Skubal, who went on to have a pretty good year, and then Mackenzie Gore, who didn't have, I feel like, the year number-wise he wanted. I mean, only 4-6 and 20 starts. That's 10 no decisions and a bad record. But if you look at his peripherals, his ERA is not terrible. His FIP is lower than his ERA, which means he pitched better than what his numbers say. Still at 125 strikeouts and 113 innings. I hope he can come back next year as good as he was this year. But, man. So that's kind of this season in a recap. Yeah, if we go to the transactions page too, like I mentioned, I'm excited. Actually, we'll go to front office and player development. Excited to we're stockpiled. It's almost like let's take all of the prospects who can't crack the majors because of a log jam and trade them away for some stud pitcher. Like, why don't we do that next year? But anyways, we have Liberator moving through the farm system. We have Hunter Green, who is about ready to make his major league debut. We have Ryan Pepiot, who is coming back from injury. I'm probably most excited, though, about Austin Martin joining the major league team next year. Don't know what that's going to, especially if he can come to fruition on the home run power and the eye discipline. Don't know what that's going to mean for Jimenez. But, he'll stay on. It's just think if we add Austin Martin and we have our bench, and our bench is Jimenez, Nolan Jones, Alejandro Kirk, Austin Hayes, and Riley Green. Not saying we're going to win the World Series again, but I don't know how we're at least not competing. And we get our pitchers back. I don't know how we're not at least competing for the World Series again. Like Final Four. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching these videos. I am so excited that we finally won the World Series. We won it against the White Sox. And yeah. So we beat the challenge. The challenge was, can we tear down the entire roster as currently constructed by the Dodgers, trade away everyone on the active roster the day before Game 1 of the 2021 season, and can we win a World Series with what we get back? And not only did we win a World Series, we went 111-51. We crushed. So now Andrew Friedman, let me just Google that real quick while I'm here. I want to see how long Andrew Friedman has been the GM of the Dodgers. Not to rub salt in any wounds here. And I get it, I'm an armchair GM, but still. Okay, so 2014. I think I remember that now. I think I remember that when he left. He went from the Rays to the Dodgers. So it took him 7 years to win a World Series. I guess technically 6. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever. Maybe 7. I don't fucking know. Not going to spend time to figure it out. 6 to 7 years for him to win a World Series. It took us 2 years to win a World Series. So, and, not to, again, with all due respect, his championship was a COVID championship. Ours was not. We played 162 games, won 111 of them. Has the Dodgers won 111 games? Let me just check that out now. Not that I'm in a, this is with all due respect, not that I'm in a shitting on Andrew Friedman mode. 106, 104. Yeah, so it looks like the most they've ever won with Andrew Friedman as the GM was 106. Interesting. Won 111 with our second year. So pretty wild stuff there. So we beat the challenge, but now can we embarrass the challenge and win back-to-back years? That will be exciting to see. And I should kind of explain why I have an issue with I don't have an issue with Andrew Friedman. I just want to beat him because he gets a whole lot of credit for putting together these teams, which deservedly so. He should, but they haven't won diddly. I know he was a big part of those Rays teams as well. Those good mid-aught Rays teams, I believe, or late-aught Rays teams were good. I just feel like at the trade deadline, and this all dates back to when I wish the Pirates would have traded Felipe Vasquez, who has now been dishonored in many ways. But I felt like when he was negotiating with the Pirates, this could be very wrong. I don't know. It felt like he just expected the Pirates to give him Vasquez. Now, to his defense, Neil Huntington wanted way too much for him. But Huntington was he wasn't, and I liked how Huntington approached it. I think he might have taken too hard of a stance, but I felt like what they were offering was kind of an insult. It was like, hey man, you're the one who's going to the World Series every year and choking. If, you're the one that's got to pay. There's no expectation that we're just going to give you our best reliever. You got to pay something for it. We're just not going to fucking give you, this guy to help you win a World Series. If you want to win, you got to pay up. Now, like I said, what Neil Huntington was offering what he was wanting was too much. But I think Friedman was lowballing us, and I feel like that probably pissed Huntington off, which is why the deal didn't get done. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. I have no inside information. Sometimes I typically do on those things. This time I do not. This is just like a gut hunch. I didn't really like how he dealt with that. So ever since then, I'm like, you know what? Screw you, Andrew Friedman. But man, his teams are good. Can't deny that. The objective facts you cannot deny. And just like you can't deny our 2022 World Series championship. Sorry I turned this into a little bit of a rant about Andrew Friedman. But hey, that was part of the challenge, so it was a natural digression. So we will come back. There's not going to be much to do in the offseason. It's going to be pretty straightforward. We're not going to have a lot of players leave. The thing we're probably going to do is extend players and sign free agents, which I don't even know if who are we going to sign that's going to improve our team? Maybe a third baseman. Gorman and Jones were kind of meh this year, but Mountcastle, maybe someone to replace him. I don't know. I just don't see where we could get a lot of help at in free agency with the team that we have. But regardless, we'll take a look. We'll try to extend some players while they're young and cheap, and then we'll go from there. So thank you all for joining. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you all in the next episode. We did it. We did it, guys. Thanks for keeping up. Peace.